Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 on the TomFM channel. We are getting close now to the end of the season and the end of the FM20 beta with Manchester United. Now, today, two videos came out. We had one video come out earlier on in today, obviously, and now we've got this one coming out. So if you've not seen earlier video, then there's a link top of the screen right now to go back to the earlier episode, so you can watch that one, catch up, and watch this one. Although if you looked at the screen for too long now, it's probably a spoiler and you sort of know what's happened in the last episode. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to do that, as I make my way to go and click on the schedules tab, and we can talk about what's happened since you were here last episode. So the last time you were here, we had a crazy episode with a 3-2 loss to Barcelona in the Champions League first knockout round, first leg, but then came back to win 4-1 in the second leg, which was absolutely fantastic. So we're into the quarterfinals, and we are playing against Paris Saint-Germain today, which is going to be a really tough challenge. In between episodes, we played two games. We started off with a 2-0 win over Barnsley in the FA Cup 6th round. Rashford and Daniel James scoring goals, both in the 7th minute actually. It was a bit of a weird one, but both scoring in the 7th minute to grab a win there. Into the semi-finals against Chelsea, which will be very, very tough. And we also took on Everton at home with a 2-0 win. Pogba and Rashford with the goals in that one. What that also means is Rashford is now on 20 goals for the season in all competitions, 11 in the league, but 9 in cup competitions, up to 20 overall, which means he's now a top goal scorer at the club, eclipsing Edison Cavani. Is that his name, Edison? Am I right here? Edison Cavani? It is Edison. I panicked then. We are still some way off the Champions League, unfortunately. We are still quite a way off the top of the table. We're 11 points off Liverpool, who've got a game in hand. We're 7 points off City, who have also got a game in hand, so still no closer to winning the Premier League. Anyway, it's time to head into today's first game against PSG. We are away for the first leg. We've got David De Gea in goal with a backline of Shaw, who is still in place because Sandro is nearly back from injury, but not quite there yet. Ayer and Skriniar at the backline with Dalot on the right, as Aaron Wan-Bissaka is suspended for having 2 yellow cards in his previous Champions League games. Pogba and Partey remain in the midfield with Rashford, Luis Alberto and Bernardeschi up front, in the attacking midfield, and it's Cavani, who used to play at PSG, starting up front. Hopefully he scores a good few goals against his former club today, because that would be perfect. Interesting, Memphis Depay playing up front for PSG now. That's an Emre Can in the defensive midfield. I mean, it's a decent lineup, I've got to say. Neymar and Mbappe are obviously insane as well, but that's a very interesting striker choice, I feel, for PSG. I don't think Depay, I mean, I'll click on him now, it'll tell me he's a striker or something like that, but I thought he was more of a winger. Obviously a former Manchester United player as well, which is even more interesting, is Luke Shaw looking to get a chance early on to put the ball in the middle. Pogba across, Neymar clears it, but Bernardeschi can get it back out to Skriniar, who can come forward once again with the ball out to Diogo Dalot, who can put the ball in to the middle. Cleared, unfortunately, but Skriniar loses out to Neymar, and Neymar racing forward now unopposed. De Gea with a huge save there. In real life, I wouldn't actually put Neymar in the top 3 players in PSG, let alone the world. I think, for starters, I think Mbappe's better. Saying that, Buffon's just left PSG, but I think Buffon is a better overall player and contributes more to a team than old Neymar does. I also think, whilst he's there in real life, I think Cavani's a better player than Neymar as well. So I've said 3, but one's left the club, hasn't he, in real life? So I'll go for Marquinhos, because Marquinhos is solid at the back. I'll go for that. Verratti as well. Verratti is very, very powerful player. I think he's brilliant. So I don't think Neymar's in the top 3 at PSG, let alone top 3 in the world. That is just my opinion, and it is very much based on my beta save with PSG in FM18, where he just didn't turn up. He didn't turn up at all. Like, he was rubbish the whole season that we did in the beta with PSG in that year, FM18. So that's part of my bias, I suppose. PSG, though, are coming forward at the start of this second half, and Memphis Depay grabs his 20th of the season. What's that about, lad? I didn't think he was a striker. He's not a striker, he's a winger. Can play up front, though, and he scored 20 goals this season, so I can't be too cross about it. But PSG 1-0 up. Now, we did lose at home to Barcelona, so I'm not too worried, but I would like us to grab an away goal here. An away goal would be crucial, I think, as it shouldn't have gone in the back of the net, that really, but well-worked goal by PSG, we'll say that at least. We need to come back into the game then, and we need to do something right, as Diogo Dalot plays it back to Skriniar, and we're looking to come forward on the ball. As he comes forward again, Dalot, can he get past the defender? Not really, gives it straight away to Emre Can, and Neymar coming forward on the ball now. A good ball across to Mbappe, and Mbappe gets the save, and it goes in the back of the net. Neymar gets the rebound there, and it's 2-0 to PSG now. And that's a little bit worrying. They've scored 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the second half. To be fair, I was slating Neymar, and you can guarantee that he was going to do something like this, wasn't he? Mbappe did all the hard work. Neymar just had to kick it in the back of the net here. That was all he had to do. Open goal for Neymar, really. But 2-0 down is a long way to come back. We're going to go very attacking, and we're also going to take Cavani off because he's not turned up today. Greenwood on the pitch. Everton is also going to come on for Rashford, who's played woefully today too. So 2 changes in the attacking department. If we can just grab 1 goal back, that would be a lot more comfortable. Luke Shaw passes it out to Luis Alberto from the throw-in, who puts the cross in. Greenwood can't quite get there, but Everton does put it in the back of the net. The substitute has grabbed a goal back for us. Oh, don't tell me. Greenwood, it's been given for offside because Greenwood was offside. Greenwood didn't touch the bloody ball unless it was in his first instance. That's really frustrating, that is. I'm not a fan of that. It says Everton offside, but the commentary said Greenwood was offside. And Mbappe has just about won a penalty. Luke Shaw, it's going to VAR, and they've given PSG the penalty. If they go 3-0 up, I think this is it. De Gea, though, makes a huge save, and that save could be vitally important. Show some passion out there. Just 1 goal will do it, lads. 1 goal will do it. That's all we need. Just 1 away goal, and I'll be very happy with that. It means we can go to our place, and I think do a good job. We need to score, though. We need to score. Luke Shaw on the ball. Christopher Ayer gives it away to Mbappe, and PSG coming forward on the ball. And Alex Telles on the ball now. Can he get it in the middle? He does. And PSG have grabbed a 3rd goal, which you hate to see, quite frankly. You hate to see that. Unfortunately, though, it's happened. And we're going to have to deal with this now and go to the home leg and score 4 past them. 4. At least we've got Watford midweek to try and do something about it. We'll have to rotate the lineup because I want to rest the lineup as much as possible. We'll have Wan-Bissaka back next time. We might have Alexandro back next time. It's all a bit up in the air, I've got to say. I'm not massively fussed about the game against Watford, so what I am going to do is pick a fully rotated side, see if that does something. Plenty of players on the pitch that haven't played for quite some time. It's all change, but luckily we'll swap Alexandro and Wan-Bissaka around because I want to rest them up enough for the game against PSG because I want them both to start. But we've got replacements, I think, for them on the bench. Let's get Dalot on there for Rashford. Let's do that then. Let's go into this game then against Watford, which we're not too fussed about. It's all about resting the team now. First chance of the game, though, is coming towards us, and Gabriel nearly puts that in the back of the net. Not a bad effort from the youngster. By looks of things, both Liverpool and Man City have won their games in hand as they go more than 10 points clear of us now, miles ahead. We're not competing, unfortunately. I wish we were, but we've just lost too many games this season. And we've only lost 5 games, and you say that's too many, but apparently so. Just because these two sides are so good and in form, as Axel Tuanzebe shoots from distance and puts it only just wide of the post. Another chance for us now. Juan Mata into the area from the corner. It bounces around a bit, and Mata now, can he get it out to Gabriel on the edge of the area, who can shoot from distance, but he puts it out to McTominay instead, into Daniel James, and we do get the opening goal of today's game, which is very good. 30 minutes in, 1-0 up against Watford, but all I'm thinking about is this PSG. We've got to score 4 past PSG, and I'm not entirely sure that's possible because defensively they are pretty good. I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for our Champions League run to finish, especially because this is the second video on a Saturday, and I've recorded these videos like this and I've uploaded this on Saturday because I was anticipating tomorrow doing a semi-final and then the final on Monday, and then we start the Grasshopper Save on Tuesday. That's what I was planning. I mean, come on, lads. Don't ruin it for me right now. I'm not ready for it. As Juan Mata into Gabriel. Gabriel, edge of the area, back of the net. It's only his second of the season, interestingly. I thought he'd scored a few more than that, but apparently not. We go to half-time, though, 2-0 up, which is absolutely fine. Hopefully, this performance will give a bit of encouragement to the other players, and they'll score lots of goals against PSG and not concede any. That's the plan, at least. Watford, though, looking for their first attack of the game on a highlight, at least, although they have just given the ball away to us and we can bring it out from the back, although we have just given it away back to Watford as Malang Sarr comes forward with the ball in the middle. Gerald Deulofeu can't quite get there. It goes over the bar in the end, but Not bad from Watford. Chance for us, though, to try and grab a third goal to put the result beyond all doubt, although we have just given it away from a poor free kick. And it's Watford coming on the counter-attack. Into the area they come. Can they get the ball into the middle? They just about do, and they've hit the post. They've come very close a couple of times today, Watford, but they have been unlucky. Good bit of movement from us, though, as we look to try and grab a third goal. Alexandro, on his return from injury, gets it back towards McTominay in the end, but it's over the bar once again. Now, we have to take Sandro off, I think. He is looking tired out there, and I don't want to waste him. I don't want to ruin him too much. He's playing on the left, isn't he? So we'll bring Rojo on the left, apparently, and Dalot can go on the right instead. We want to rest Wan-Bissaka just a little bit. We'll play them both against PSG, but I wanted them to get a little bit of game time today against Watford, and they have impressed me. They've done well. They've kept clean sheets. They've done what they needed to do. So fair play to them. Keep it up, and we should be getting... Well, I say should be. Hopefully, we'll get past PSG as Daniel James looks to lead a counter-attack, sprints past the defenders. Can't quite get it in the back of the net, though. A 2-0 win, though, that's not bad. We'll take that, especially as we are in touching distance with City and Liverpool. With 6 games to go in the Premier League, and we're more than 10 points behind. It's just not going to happen. I've demotivated a team because my assistant manager said he's not going to say anything, apparently. So that's good, isn't it? That's really helpful before the big game where we need to win 4-0 against PSG. But now, the big game's coming around. A very big game coming around. And I'm nervous for it. I am nervous for it. Or am I? Because I'm not quite sure 4-0 is actually going to happen. I don't think we are going to win it 4-0. That's the issue. If there was 1 goal in it, then maybe I would be nervous. But considering we've got to score 4, that's a little bit different. So, assistant manager, just put the best team out for me once again. It's pretty much what I agree. Although I don't want. What's Aya doing in midfield? I want Aya at centre back. Sandro, I don't want Dalot there. We want Wan-Bissaka there, and we want to get in Thomas Partey back into the midfield. The bench looks okay to me, actually. Is there anyone else that needs to be on the bench? Maybe Gabriel on the bench for... Who? Haaland can come off. Gabriel on the bench. Other than that, yes, that's the lineup. This team has got to go and win 4-0 now. I'm not sure we can do it, but we're going to try our very best. All right, passionately, we owe PSG after last match. Most of them look motivated by that, so that's a good sign at least. We've got to pull off a miracle here today, and within a minute, PSG's corner is collected by David De Gea, I think. I can't actually see the ball. Usually you can see a ball, but there it is now. But usually you can actually see the ball on the person. It seems to be hidden there by De Gea for some reason. But Bernardeschi coming forward. If we can grab a goal in the opening minute, that would be huge. As Rashford, who was the hero of the quarter-final with his hat-trick in that 4-1 win, has opened the scoring within 2 minutes here today against PSG. And maybe this is the catalyst we need as Bernardeschi's ball into Rashford's. I mean, to be fair, Rashford did brilliantly there to keep it down, get past 2 defenders and put it past Areola in the goal. Superb bit of play from us. And 2 minutes in, we're already 1 goal there. Just 3 to go, lads. 3 to go. Luis Alberto into Alexandro. Cleared, but only as far as Thomas Partey. Partey passes it straight into Neymar's feet. And Neymar coming forward with the ball. It's a corner. I thought they were going to give a penalty there for the highlight, but it goes out for a corner for PSG, which Neymar is going to be taking. He puts it in, cleared, and Luis Alberto gets rid of it to Cavani. I think that's probably the end of the highlight, though, unfortunately. Come on then, lads. Come on. Let's do this. David Gea into Skriniar as he comes forward with the ball. Aya back to Skriniar. Come on, lads. Let's not mess around with this. Defensive third. Can we just get rid of it, please? Get rid. Thank you. I mean, to be fair, it was a bad ball, so maybe we should have kept it there anyway. But here come PSG once again. Mbappe on the ball this time, back to his fullback partner as it gets cleared. And now Edison Cavani comes forward on the ball, the former PSG man. Pogba back to Cavani. Cavani back to Pogba. Let's get it more central. Let's grab a goal from this one as Partey plays it back to Aya. Up to Rashford now. Come on, lad. We know you can do it. Into Cavani. It's in the back of the net anyway. Rashford somehow scored from that angle. I don't know how he's done that. 2-0 up in 13 minutes. We could actually do it. We could actually do this. It's 3-2 on aggregate now. It's anyone's game. We just have to score 2 more goals. Rashford's ball looks like it's taken by the wind there. And Areola just can't seem to do anything about that. in the back of the net. I love this from Rashford as well. Goes to go and get the ball. He is the hero of the home legs in the Champions League. What a player he is. Cavani picks up his first yellow card of the season. Wan-Bissaka out injured. What's this for then? Foot injury, probably a broken foot. Luckily, we've got Dalot, who's played very well recently. Or Delo. Is it Delo or Delot? Apparently, you're meant to say the T on the end, as I do. But I'm used to saying that now, so I do apologise. You've probably been screaming out in the comment section. Whoever's been telling me to not pronounce the T. I've said it now, though, as Neymar puts his shot wide. I'm excited. I honestly think we can do this. Or even just score one goal before half-time, and then we have to do one goal in the second half. One goal in the second half was all we need if we grab one now. Although, coming forward, Neymar scored. And that means PSG have got an away goal. Which now means we have to win 5-1 if we want to go through. Because if we draw on aggregate now, PSG will go through on away goals. Neymar has saved them big there. He saved them big time. And quite frankly, I'm not a fan of that. There is one more chance though before half-time. If we can grab another one, it's only 2 goals in the second half still. As Sandro into Pogba, across to Bernardescu, gets in behind the defence. Shot is very, very tame though. And that's half-time. 2-1 up, but 4-2 down on aggregate. 3 to go. Aggressively. The media have given you a lot of credit lately. Go out there, put out a worthy display. Again, not everyone is massively motivated by that, which you hate to see. But this is it now, boys. The biggest 45 minutes you've got to give. I believe in you. I believe in you. So we've got a corner. So the first highlight of the second half, Luis Alberto's corner in the middle. Cavani heads it just wide. I thought no one was there, but there were 2 players on Cavani, and somehow Cavani gets there. Doesn't quite put it in the back of the net. Skriniar is injured. He's picked up a tight hamstring, which means we probably should take him off. But I don't want to. I don't think we... Or do we? Is it... Let's get him off, all right? Axel Tuanzebe, get on the pitch. I don't think there's anything else we can do, really. Gabriel on for Partey, that might make a difference. I don't know. Where's Goretzka? We need Goretzka in these kind of situations. He's always quite big in these situations. But after the heroics of the opening 15 minutes, I don't think we're going to do it now, unfortunately. We'll go very attacking to end the game, but in the end, PSG were too strong. And we get knocked out of the quarterfinal of the Champions League. You hate to see it. So PSG, congratulations. They've gone through at the expense of us. And we failed to win the Champions League this season, which is unfortunate. We failed to win the Premier League over both seasons as well. Really, all my promises of winning a continental competition and the Premier League I've lied to, basically. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? We have won an FA Cup, and we've got a chance to win another one. We won't bother with the semi-final. Tomorrow, though, we're going to go through to the end of the season. We'll see how the season finishes off, but hopefully we'll have an FA Cup final for you. We did the semi-final last season, so there's no point doing it, really. Which means that the final episode of this is going to come out tomorrow on Sunday, which means no video on Monday, although I'll announce the winner of the giveaway on Monday, so I'll do that as a separate video probably, so there's technically a video on Monday. And then Tuesday, we start the Grasshopper save, which is really exciting. So we tried hard, but unfortunately, it wasn't to be. Oh well. We try again with Grasshoppers, and hopefully we succeed with Grasshoppers and win some sort of European competition with them, which would be fantastic. Obviously, the aim with that one is to make Switzerland the best league in the world, which is going to be very, very tough, but it's possible. We'll give it a go. But that is a save coming up next, and I've been thinking about this save for months. I've had it planned maybe since like March. Like, it's been quite a while. I got so excited thinking, the new save is going to come out, or the new game's going to come out soon, back in March. So it's sort of been planned since like March, April, May time sort of thing. There were lots of clubs on my list, but Grasshoppers came out on top. So I hope you join me with that one. But before that, join me tomorrow for the final episode of the Manchester United Baker save. Have a good one. Goodbye.